It's time now for the best high school sports action from the WBCB Sports Network. Catch the best games from Bucks and Mercer County at WBCBSports.com and our Facebook page. Your home for high school sports is right here at WBCB 1490.
The Ewing Blue Devils play host to the Robbinsville Ravens in the CVC tournament quarterfinals. It's the boys kicking off one of two tonight here from Ewing, as we have a boys and girls doubleheader as our CVC tournament coverage continues on WBCB Sports. Hi everybody, Mike Warren alongside Ryan Baxter. Great to be with you again. Home of the Blue Devils, the Wandishin Gymnasium. Always a good time here when these two teams get together. And for the Ravens of Robbinsville, a slow start to the season, playing better ball of late. These two teams met back on December 18th earlier this year. This season, it was a 61-46 victory for Ewing, a game where the guards got hot early, Ryan, and they really didn't look back from that point on. But we were able to get some notes from Connor Hayes before this one, and some of the stats that really stood out from that first game. Over 20 misses in the paint for the Ravens last time against Ewing, and 15 missed threes from outside beyond the arc. A tough showing in that matchup. They played a little sloppy in that one, Coach Hayes feels. A new meeting here tonight and a lot on the line. A trip to the semis on the line in this one.
Yeah, they're definitely coming into this one motivated and ready to prove that that's not how they play in the last one, because that's what Ewing knows. Ewing knows the game that they played. Sure, they've done their scouting and they've watched some tape on previous games, but they know that the last time they played them, they were sloppy. They were able to get out in control and make it their game almost immediately. So Robbinsville's coming out here to prove a point, and so is Ewing. That last game that we saw wasn't a fluke from them.
Robbinsville led, of course, by their program all-time leading scorer and rebounder, Tyler Bennell, averaging over 20 points per game this season and 10 rebounds per contest. The senior, you wouldn't believe it if he told you those stats, that he's not committed to go play basketball at the next level. It's actually baseball that's his better sport. The University of Pittsburgh commit for baseball, but he's been having a tremendous year here on the hardwood. And Bennell this season, he's everything that the Robbinsville Ravens need him to be, but he's also accompanied by Liam Butler in the front court. A real advantage that could be in this one for Robbinsville. But let's take a look at some of the players that stood out for them in the game against PDS. Greg McAvoy had a really good game for them, or Dylan McAvoy, had a great game for them against PDS. A couple of made threes. The senior came in and did a job for them. 14 points, 7 rebounds, a couple assists, and a pair of made threes. He's somebody to watch for in this one tonight, someone that definitely Connor Hayes could turn to, especially when we know Bennell is going to face a number of double teams inside tonight. The Ravens are going to need some of those outside shooters. We usually talk about Jackson Davis, and we will talk about Jackson Davis, the star-studded freshman who's been really just lighting it up from beyond the arc and all over the floor this season for Robbinsville. But when you have a guy like McAvoy that can come in off the bench, or maybe even he might get some time in the second half, to be in that starting 5 rotation, it gives you depth. It gives you an opportunity to space the floor and hit those shots. They're definitely going to have to do that tonight against Ewing.
Yeah, and that's what this game's going to come down to. I think bench utilization and then the overall depth is going to be what it boils down to tonight. Robbinsville definitely has the advantage on the size, but we saw last time that didn't really matter for Ewing. They beat them by double-digit points, and they're looking to do the exact same thing here tonight. But Robbinsville does have a lot of good cast members on the team. We can talk all day about Liam Butler and Tyler Bennell down low, but like you said, Jackson Davis is an unbelievable freshman. Gavin Hopkins is somebody who can get hot at the right time, and we've already talked about Dylan McAvoy. There's a lot of pieces on both of these teams that could come out and be big names tonight, and depth and bench utilization, like I said earlier, is going to be massive tonight.
We mentioned Bennell, and he's the program's all-time leading scorer, 1,476 points, 24 points away from 1,500 for his career. Definitely at reach here in this one tonight. Also the program's all-time leading rebounder, 756. You know, you hear the saying, guys roll out of bed and they can give you 20 and 10. Bennell is definitely one that fits that mold.
And the fact that basketball isn't even what's supposed to be his best sport is insane to me. I want to know what his recruiting looks like for the basketball side of things, honestly. But, yeah, he's just one of those guys, like, just the look of him, he's an intimidating kid for anybody to go up against high school-wise. With his size and his strength, this is some kid who should be on the defensive line playing football, but he's running at you full speed, dunking on you in the paint. But, yeah, he's been the best Raven to ever play basketball at Robbinsville, surpassed his brother in scoring, and he's definitely made his legacy, and I know he doesn't want that to end here in the CVC tournament right here and right now.
Two teams very familiar with one another. The last time they met, it was back in December. A lot on the line, a trip to the CVC tournament semis here on WBCB. Tonight's broadcast, our coverage of the CVC tournament quarterfinals, brought to you in part by the NJEA, Kessel Dermatology, Capital Health System, Team Toyota, the Revere Restaurant, Mayor Bert Steinman of Ewing Township, the Mercer County Prosecutor's Office, the Trenton Thunder, Hyundai of Trenton, Di Lorenzo's Pizza, Haldeman Ford, the Trentonian, Mako of Ewing, all proud to bring you tonight's game on WBCB. It's the CVC Tournament quarterfinals, the Ravens of Robbinsville, the Blue Devils of Ewing. More coming up next. You're listening to the Trentonian pregame show on WBCB.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org.
There really is nothing like a home team advantage. That's why Team Toyota makes a great choice for your next vehicle purchase or service. With our MVP pricing guarantee, teammate rewards program, and streamlined customer experience, our award-winning operation ensures that you can trust our process. A home team advantage is nothing without the community. Our employees are part of our family, part of your town, and we're all part of the team. We're always here for you at one of our 3 locations in Princeton, Langhorne, and Glen Mills.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology offers top-of-the-line medical-grade skincare products manufactured in the USA. They're tested and developed by a team of board-certified dermatology experts, and they come with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
New Jersey is home to the best public schools in the nation. And that didn't happen by accident. It's the result of parents, educators, and communities working together year after year to give our students a world-class education, no matter the challenge. Because parents and educators know that with a shared commitment to our public schools, our children can learn, grow, and thrive. And together, we can keep New Jersey's public schools the best in the nation.
Ewing Mayor Bert Steinman wishes all the Ewing student athletes the best of luck this school season. He says, go Blue Devils. And tonight's game also brought to you in part by the Trentonian, the only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week. It's the Trentonian. Matchups for this one tonight, Ryan. Let's start in the backcourt. Traylor and Thomas for Ewing. They make things happen. Terrence Traylor coming off of a 19-point performance. He averages 20 per game. Chris Thomas, valuable. Had 6 points early. They shut him down. He'll get the start, we think, tonight, as we'll hear the starting lineup for Ewing in just a little bit. Weren't made available to us during the pregame show, so we'll find out as you do during the introductions. But that matchup in the backcourt, what's the key for either side winning that one tonight?
Well, for Robbinsville, it's really got to be aggression on the defensive side of things. You know, we could talk about how good of a player Gavin Hopkins is, and we can rave for hours about how good Jackson Davis has been in his freshman season, but guarding guys like Terrence Traylor and Chris Thomas is not an easy task. And I think that Jackson Davis has gotten a lot more experience going into this game here. I think that experience is going to help him with his defensive side of things, but that's where it comes down to for Robbinsville. And Ewing's just got to continue playing through their guards, through their scorers, and if they continue that, I don't see why they can't move on here tonight.
The last meeting between these two, 20 missed field goals in the paint for Robbinsville. The size mismatch, they weren't able to take advantage of it, more so due to sloppy play, but the guards, they did get it going for Ewing. They forced the live ball runouts. What does Robbinsville need to do to avoid a repeat of last matchup?
They need to convert. They need those three-pointers. They got to hit. You miss 15 of them, it's really going to come back to bite you. And they need to really, really hit these shots. Like you said, they're high percentage of shots that just weren't going in. That needs to happen here.
Turn things over to our public address announcer here for starting lineups.
Starting at guard, forward, 6'1", senior, number 21, Connor Youngson. Starting at forward, a 6'3", senior, number 24, Liam Butler. And at center, a 6'4", senior, number 12, Tyler Bennell. Robbinsville's head coach, Connor Hughes, and assisted by Jeff Torum, Jeff Fisher, and Hunter Moses. And now, let's meet the starting lineup for our Ewing Blue Devils. Starting at guard, a 6'1" junior, number 5, Jeremiah. Starting at guard, a 6'2" senior, number 0, starting at guard, a 6'1" senior, number 2, starting at forward, a 6'4" senior, number 12, and at guard, a 6'1" senior, number 3, the Ewing head coach, Paul Jones, and assisted by Nate Warren, Ryan Ewing, Nino Morana, and Dino Barnes. Your officials for tonight's game are Sean Michaud, Stephen Lewis, and Michael Schultzer. Please remember, there is a no written policy for tonight's game. At the conclusion of this contest, all fans must leave the facility. The Ewing Athletic Department thanks you for your cooperation. Would you now please rise and remove your hats as we honor our country with the playing of our national anthem.
The 3 seed Ewing Blue Devils playing host to the 6 seed Robbinsville Ravens. A trip to the CVC tournament semifinals on the line here from Ewing High School. Tonight's game of the CVC tournament on WBCB brought to you in part by Haldeman Ford, celebrating their 50th year in business and supporting your community. Haldeman Ford here today, here yesterday, and here tomorrow. Bennell at midcourt with Josiah Stevenson. Starting 5 for Ewing, it's Wu Cannon, Terrence Traylor, Chris Thomas, Jeremiah Upshore, and Josiah Stevenson. And for the Ravens, Jackson Davis, Gavin Hopkins, Tyler Bennell, Connor Youngsa, and Liam Butler. Bunnell and Stevenson at midcourt. The Ravens at 14-8. The Blue Devils at 16-6. Ball is tipped and won by the Blue Devils, and we're underway here tonight. It's Traylor working it left side. Here's Chris Thomas. Thomas 6 points in the first half last game, then did not play in the second half against West Windsor North. Works it around. Jeremiah Upshur thought about a triple zone to start from Robbinsville. Davis out on Thomas. Tries to work inside. They'll kick it out to Traylor. Davis looking to trap Traylor. In trouble. Over to Upshur. Corner. It's Thomas. Cannon back to Traylor. Healthy three. Teed up. Can't hit. Long rebound out to Davis, and here come the Ravens. Davis has it poked from behind. It's up ahead to Youngsa. Cutting Bunnell. Scooping. Can't hit. Second chance. Followed by Butler. It's kicked out to Youngsa. Butler thinks about a three, drives in, gets hit, gets the roll, and a chance at another at the line.
What a crazy drive there from Liam Butler. It looked like he had every intention of trying to throw it down, but he did lose the ball going up there, and he still gets a chance to convert it and one. That's a huge first basket for Robbinsville.
Butler can't convert. Volleyed about, hauled in by Wu Cannon. Traylor clears the timeline, works it to Thomas, looking in the middle. Stolen, Ravens have it. Hopkins looking up ahead. Into the corner, Davis, catch and shoot three. Won't go. Volleyed about again, hauled in this time by Hopkins. Second chance opportunity here for the Ravens. Jabs on Traylor, has it poked out from behind. Hopkins in trouble on the floor. Kick out, dump in, Butler, two more.
Well, already converting in the paint is Robbinsville. They got to keep that consistent, though, if they're going to keep Ewing at bay.
Half-court zone pressure from the Ravens, been effective so far. Here's Wu, in the middle, gets the whistle, and a trip to the stripe. Wu Cannon averaging 6 points per contest, 5 points in the opening round victory against the Knights. Tonight's game presented to you by DiLorenzo's The Berg Pizza, soon to be located at 147 Sloan Avenue in Hamilton Township. DiLorenzo's The Berg, owned and operated by Notre Dame alumni Tyler DiLorenzo. Wu at the line, hits the first. Ewing gets on the board.
During pregame today, Wu came up to the table and predicted that he's going to have 30 points tonight.
Well, he starts off on the right foot, 2 for 2 at the stripe. Cuts the deficit in half early on. Some full court pressure being applied here from Ewing. Hopkins into the corner. Butler back out, it's Davis. Thomas will extend out onto him. Davis looking for space. It's over to Butler. He'll drive and kick. Hopkins back out to Davis. Good defense here from the Blue Devils. Hopkins tees up a triple. Won't roll in for him. Bunnell fighting for the board. Him and Stevenson get tied up. Jump ball is the call.
It's going to stay with Robbinsville on the arrow.
Hopkins will inbound. Dumps it into the corner. Youngsa. Upshur out on Hopkins. Under 6 to play first quarter. Into Bunnell. Goes to work on the low block. Gets hit. Whistles silent, but he gets the roll.
Now, all that contact, and he's still able to power through and get the layup.
Good ball movement from Ewing. Thomas trying to work it inside. Skip pass corner. It's Cannon. Back out to Upshur. A healthy three off the iron. Rebound by Bunnell. No second chance opportunities yet for Ewing. That's been a key to start.
Yeah, Robbinsville's been dominating down low on second chance opportunities, and when Ewing shot, it's just been all Robbinsville on the boards.
Beautiful play, schemed up for Bunnell. Turnaround and hits.
Adding to that all-time scoring leader for the Ravens.
The front court dominating for Robbinsville. All 8 split between Butler and Bunnell. Corner, triple from Cannon. He hits. 5 early for Wu. He's got all 5 for Ewing. Hopkins met with a double team. Whistle sounds, and Hayes takes a timeout for the Ravens. Looks like Hopkins, he wanted Hopkins to go into the corner to Liam Butler there, and that's why he's going to take an early timeout. 4:37 to go in the opening frame, and a 3-point advantage. On top are the visiting Ravens. Robbinsville in front. The front court, the early advantage to start here, Ryan. They've been pretty strong.
Yeah, they're definitely cleaning up from that sloppy play that we saw the first time around, and now Ewing's got to be the one to adjust here. They're only down by 3, but Robbinsville's being very consistent down low. They got to keep it up, though.
Today's game brought to you as a public service by the Mercer County Prosecutor's Office. The Mercer County Prosecutor's Office has immediate openings for attorneys who have been admitted to practice in New Jersey to serve as assistant prosecutors. Visit www.mercercountyprosecutor.com to learn more today. And the Trenton Thunder, proud to sponsor tonight's game on WBCB. Visit trentonthunder.com/tickets to get yours today. .437 to go, first quarter. Youngsa the inbound to Hopkins. All 8 coming from the front court for the Ravens. Ewing going to a zone look themselves defensively. Sean Robertson into the game for the first time, takes over for Stevenson. Davis works corner. Butler, baseline drive, forces it middle. Beautiful find. And Tyler Bennell, 6 first quarter points.
And the pass was better than the layup there. Butler going baseline and just dropping a dime in on Bennell.
Thomas spins and creates space. Beautiful pass of his own. Wu Cannon making things happen. He's got 7 to start for Ewing.
All 7 for Ewing.
Davis, backdoor cut. Youngsa can't get it to go. Robertson seals the glass. Thomas, crossover, knifing in, putting it up, follow from Upshore. It's a 1-point game.
Ewing finally getting active a little bit on the boards there, and it leads to an immediate basket.
Jackson Davis, corner, Youngsa, stolen nearly by Trailer, he saves it. Upshore to Thomas, got hit, whistle silent, beautiful pass, it's Trailer finding Wu. 9 first quarter points for Wu Cannon. Trailer with a dime.
Seems like switching to the zone has done wonders for Ewing. Robbinsville's got to keep it on the perimeter, and they're really not doing that great trying to pass it around.
Youngsa, another backdoor cut, draws the whistle from Robertson. Connor Youngsa, the senior, averaging 6 points per game. Chance for a pair here at the line. Cannot connect on the first. Jax Caber subs in for the first time tonight. Back from a broken nose injury and rocking the Rip Hamilton mask to begin. And Connor Hayes alluding to us pregame via email to our WBCB Sports crew that getting Caber back has been such a huge addition for this team. He's such a leader defensively, and he really brings a lot to the floor with his experience on the offensive end.
Yeah, and having the Rip Hamilton mask, that's a guaranteed 20. Because we all know Rip Hamilton was a bucket, with and without the mask, so I think he's due for a big game now.
Youngsa splits a pair at the line. Corner kick, nothing there. Upshore gets a clean look, can't bury it. Robertson fighting, his second chance, blocked by Butler, but the whistle sounds. Sean Robertson, the senior big man, getting busy down below on the glass, generating some second chance opportunities here for Ewing as he earns his way to the stripe.
Yeah, Butler was not happy with that call. I think he's going to come out here as well now because someone's getting ready to check it, and he's right next to the bench, so he was not happy with that.
Checking in here for Robbinsville, Chase Handy. Ewing Mayor Bert Steinman, proud to sponsor tonight's contest on WBCB. Robertson splits a pair at the line himself. Second chance here for Ewing. Nearing 2 minutes here in the first quarter. Ewing by 1. Robertson needing help. This foul going to go against Robertson. It'll send it back Robbinsville's way. 2:12 to go.
Yeah, Bennell just stuck his hands up there when they were trying to kick the ball out to the perimeter. Was able to steal it, and then, yeah, couldn't do anything except foul him there. And now Robertson's going to get some breathing time here after that foul.
Stevenson comes back in. Handy in the corner. Skip pass, looking for Davis. Deflected out of bounds by Upshur. It'll stay with Robbinsville, 2:02.
It's a dangerous game passing around the perimeter like that with Ewing. They're known for jumping those passing lanes, and you really got to make sure that it's a crisp one getting to your teammate.
Caber into the corner. It's Handy. Davis tees one up and knocks it down. First triple of the night for Davis. A 2-point advantage now for Robbinsville. Cross court looking for Upshur. Here's Trailer. Back to Wu. Thomas looking down low. Stevenson gets position. Can't finish. Second chance won't go. Bennell up ahead. Davis denied. McAvoy can't hit. Rebounded by the Blue Devils. Trailer can't finish. Stevenson second chance. A foul coming against Robbinsville.
Well, that was an unbelievable sequence of things just then. A couple of really good defensive stops down low by the Ravens on the other end. A chase down by Chris Thomas. And now Ewing's get another chance here to try to tie or take the lead.
Trailer to inbound. 1:06 to go. Blue Devils down by 2.
It looked like J.J. Carter was getting ready to check in. He didn't have his jersey on.
Trailer gets it in. Gets it back from Thomas, loses his dribble. This one goes into the backcourt. Over and back.
It's a rare passing miscue there in the backcourt for the Blue Devils there.
Upshur comes out. Checking in is J.J. Carter.
Thankfully with his jersey this time.
Caber on the inbound into Handy. Bennell. They work it around. Davis launches. Can't get it to go. Thomas with it. Under a minute to play. Blue Devils can take the lead with a 3. Wu's thinking the lead. Doesn't go. Stevenson, second chance opportunity, draws the whistle. Josiah Stevenson, 6.4 points per game in the games that he's played in this year.
He's using every ounce of his strength to be down there battling with a kid like Tyler Bennell, and even with the freshman Handy in there now giving him fits. He's really doing a job down there for the Blue Devils.
Unsuccessful on the first attempt, that time is Stevenson. Can't hit either at the line, poked out of bounds, and it goes off of Ewing. Robbinsville has it with 35 seconds to go. Up by 2, Butler takes a breather on the bench. McAvoy, Handy. Bennell, Davis, and Caber on the floor for Robbinsville. Here's Handy, into the middle, McAvoy. Out to Caber. They can play for the last shot if they want it. Beautiful ball movement, Handy pumps, he's blocked by Stevenson. Up ahead, Trailer. Thomas, corner, Cannon. Can't connect. McAvoy fights for it and pries it free. Here's Caber, final seconds. Handy, triple before the buzzer, can't get it. Rebound Stevenson, and the quarter comes to a close. Good look from Handy, unable to knock it down. It's a 2-point advantage for Robbinsville, Wu Cannon leading all scorers as he ends the first quarter with 9. 14-12 after 1. Back with more. The CVC tournament continues on WBCB.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township.
14-12, Robbinsville, the 6th seed on top of the number 3 seed Blue Devils. Up and down in this one so far. Both of these teams have been converting inside to begin. Wu Cannon carrying the load. He's got a triple, a pair at the free throw line, and a couple more field goals from inside the arc. 9 in the first quarter, and his pregame comments holding up pretty good so far.
Yeah, no doubt. He's been their guy on offense. We haven't seen Terrence Traylor take too many shots, or Chris Thomas for that matter, but Wu stepped up when they needed him to.
Healthy three, it's Davis, can't connect. Rebound from Butler. Up ahead, McAvoy blocked inside by Bro. Correction, that was Bunnell on the rebound. Butler still on the bench for Robbinsville. Possession remains with the Ravens under their own basket.
See, Traylor proving you don't need to be 6'3", 6'4" to be sending back block shots like that. Beautiful defensive effort there from Bro.
Inbound pass into Caber. Working around. McAvoy trying to get free on the baseline. Opposite pass from Bunnell, it's handy. Ravens trying to make way into this zone. Bunnell met with a double by Davis. Works it over to Jackson Davis. Excuse me, that's Carter with the double team for Ewing. Good defense here from Ewing. Backdoor cut, Bunnell trying to use his size and does.
It's good defense by Ewing, but it's just better patience by the Ravens there. That was a great backdoor cut.
Second time they've gone to that play tonight. Here in the zone for Bunnell, it's 2 for 2. Into the corner, Carter back around. Thomas denied, McAvoy got a hand. Stevenson the follow. His first points of the night.
It's only his first points, but he's done a lot of work down low against Bunnell. He's been out battling for rebounds in some of these cases.
Jackson Davis off the screen. Carter there to meet him. Looking for a screen from Bunnell. Bunnell driving on Stevenson. Strong left hand. Can't fall. Rebound Thomas. Crossover. Floater connects. Chris Thomas, his first 2, and a pretty display with the handle.
Yeah, I guess the knee really is fine. I asked him how he was before pregame. He said he was doing all good. Showed it just then.
Kick out corner. McAvoy along 3, nothing. Traylor with the board. Throwing on the Jets into the front court. Traylor will float, and he banks it in for his first 2.
Well, you knew you weren't going to keep him off the board for much longer. He finally gets himself in the scoring column here, but he's been all over this game other than that.
Jackson Davis hounded by Thomas. Caber, baseline drive. Wu all over him. Here's Bunnell. Swing to Davis. Backdoor cut, beautiful pass. Bunnell, count it. He'll go to the line for another.
Well, I mean, you can only do so much with a guy as strong and as big as Tyler Bunnell there. It was still good defense there. It was just unfortunate that it ended in a whistle.
Celebrating their 50th year of business and proud to sponsor our coverage of the CVC tournament here on WBCB. It's Haldeman Ford, here today, here yesterday, and here tomorrow. Haldeman Ford, located in Hamilton Township. Bunnell converts. 11 for Tyler Bunnell, and a 1-point lead for Robbinsville. Here's Traylor. Hopkins back into the game. He's on him. They work it over to Thomas. Andino, a floater, gets it off the glass to go. Josiah Andino fresh into the game and an instant impact. Bunnell working on Stevenson, skip pass, looking for Youngsa in the middle. Here's Hopkins knifing inside, kicking out, triple on the way. McAvoy connects.
There he goes, continuing his good performances from the last time too.
Traylor muscling, left it short. Second chance, finds Thomas.
What a dime there, Terrence Traylor.
22's up on the scoreboard. Andino on Hopkins. Bunnell, low post turnaround.
Double team's got to get there quicker if you're going to try to stop Bunnell that low.
Ewing trying to slow down the pace. Rare that we say that.
I was just about to say, that's odd.
Traylor in the high post, met with a double, lets it go and connects again. Terrence Traylor, 4 in the quarter.
If anyone's going to get going to try to get Ewing completely separated, it's got to be Terrence Traylor.
Davis, nasty hesitation, and the whistle sounds as he gets in the lane.
It was a beautiful crossover move there,
Really
Jackson
was.
Davis. Wow. Honestly, you don't really see that many like crossovers that lead to like ankle breakers, I guess if you want to call them in this situation here. That was beautiful.
Michael Upshore going to check in here for J.J. Carter. Robbinsville with possession, 3:40 to go here in the first half. Youngson inbound. Handy corner. Thomas on him. Ewing in man-to-man. Go out of the zone for the first time tonight, really. Youngsa feeds Bunnell, goes back to work. Through 2, can't connect. Rebound that time from Stevenson. He might have got a hand on it as well. Traylor gets inside, offensive foul. Gavin Hopkins gives up the body.
That's just a heck of an effort from Hopkins there to stop Traylor going full speed to the basket there.
Foul goes on Traylor, that's his first. Hopkins trying to get space by Andino. Into the lane, looking for Youngsa. Works out of a double. Now Hopkins with it. Josiah Andino. Great defense from him. Handy, a healthy 3. Off the backboard and in.
That's another impact freshman player here for the Ravens. What a shot.
Chase Handy connecting. Traylor to Thomas. Thought about a healthy 3 of his own. Pass is tipped and stolen. McAvoy to Handy. Back to Bunnell. Hopkins looking for Bunnell. Looking for the matchup that he wants. Handy to the cutting Hopkins. Can't handle it cleanly. It's last touched by Hopkins. It'll head with Ewing.
Looked like Gavin Hopkins didn't necessarily agree with the call there, but nevertheless, it's Ewing ball.
Traylor with it, under 2 minutes to play. A 3-point advantage for Robbinsville. Upshur. Andino now. Hopkins out on him. Matchup zone, Andino from dead on, won't go. Poked free, fighting for it are the Blue Devils. Stevenson, he'll float, won't go, and Hopkins with it. Ravens pushing the tempo. Handy, left alone, can't make him pay. Bunnell got hit in the face, and the ball goes free to Ewing. Trailer, deep three!
Ooh. Good shot, Bro. Not really one for the pull-up three like that, but he shows that he can really do it all.
Liam Butler fresh back into this one. Bunnell works it around. Butler high-low. Bunnell finishes.
It's one of the three things guaranteed in this life. One of them's Tyler Bunnell inside for a left-handed layup.
15 first half points for Tyler Bunnell. Here's Jeremiah Upshur back into the game for the Blue Devils. Trailer wants it in the corner. Handy out on him. Now Andino.
Wonder if Ewing's going to be content for the last shot here going into halftime.
Strong pump from Trailer, works it around. Here's Michael Upshur. Andino, the sophomore, trying to create space. Ewing looking like they're going to play for the last shot. Michael Upshur gets it out of the corner. Trailer pumps, step back, corner kick, turnaround, nothing there. Ravens with lockdown defense to end the quarter and the half. A 2-point advantage for Robbinsville. 2 quarters in the books, 29-27. The 6-seed Ravens on top of the 3-seed Ewing Blue Devils. The Trentonian halftime show coming up in just a little bit. The only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week. It's the Trentonian. Back with more in just a little bit. The CVC tournament continues on WBCB.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org.
There really is nothing like a home team advantage. That's why Team Toyota makes a great choice for your next vehicle purchase or service. With our MVP pricing guarantee, teammate rewards program, and streamlined customer experience, our award-winning operation ensures that you can trust our process. A home team advantage is nothing without the community. Our employees are part of our family, part of your town, and we're all part of the team. We're always here for you at one of our 3 locations in Princeton, Langhorne, and Glen Mills.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology offers top-of-the-line medical-grade skincare products manufactured in the USA. They're tested and developed by a team of board-certified dermatology experts, and they come with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
New Jersey is home to the best public schools in the nation. And that didn't happen by accident. It's the result of parents, educators, and communities working together year after year to give our students a world-class education, no matter the challenge. Because parents and educators know that with a shared commitment to our public schools, our children can learn, grow, and thrive. And together, we can keep New Jersey's public schools the best in the nation.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609 882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township. Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org.
There really is nothing like a home team advantage. That's why Team Toyota makes a great choice for your next vehicle purchase or service. With our MVP pricing guarantee, teammate rewards program, and streamlined customer experience, our award-winning operation ensures that you can trust our process. A home team advantage is nothing without the community. Our employees are part of our family, part of your town, and we're all part of the team. We're always here for you at one of our 3 locations in Princeton, Langhorne, and Glen Mills.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology offers top-of-the-line medical-grade skincare products manufactured in the USA. They're tested and developed by a team of board-certified dermatology experts, and they come with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
New Jersey is home to the best public schools in the nation. And that didn't happen by accident. It's the result of parents, educators, and communities working together year after year to give our students a world-class education, no matter the challenge. Because parents and educators know that with a shared commitment to our public schools, our children can learn, grow, and thrive. And together, we can keep New Jersey's public schools the best in the nation.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township. WBCB Levittown and Trenton, and video stream live at WBCBSports.com. Your home for the best local sports in Bucks and Mercer counties.
A 2-point game as the first half comes to a close. Second half on the horizon here in the CVC tournament. Boys quarterfinals on WBCB. Tonight's game brought to you in part by DiLorenzo's The Berg Pizza, soon to be located at 147 Sloan Avenue in Hamilton Township, as well as Mayor Bert Steinman of Ewing Township wishing all the Ewing student athletes the best of luck this school term. The halftime show brought to you by the Trentonian, the only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week. Mike Warren alongside Ryan Baxter, and up and down, back and forth affair for the first 2 quarters. As we take a look at the numbers from the first half, 7 points for Terrence Traylor, 9 for Wu Cannon, 4 for Chris Thomas, 2 from Jeremiah Upshur, 2 from Josiah Stevenson, 1 from Sean Robertson, 2 from Josiah Andino. And for Robbinsville, 3 from Jackson Davis, 15 from Tyler Bunnell, who leads all scorers, 1 from Connor Youngstow, 4 from Liam Butler, 3 from Dylan McAvoy, and 3 from Chase Handy. Pretty even first half, Ryan. What do you think either team has to do to pull away? Some things to correct for both sides.
Ewing has to do a better job with their perimeter defense, weirdly enough. A lot of the baskets that we've seen, the three balls, it's come from the perimeter guards out there, and they've been from guys off the bench with Chase Handy and then the other three coming from Dylan McAvoy there. So they really have to get out and close out on the shots there because Robbinsville really does have some snipers out there. And then the same thing really for Robbinsville, they just have to keep that physicality up on defense. That really knocked Ewing out of their rhythm. And if they can keep Ewing out of their rhythm, that is massive going into the second half.
Robbinsville with the lead and with possession to begin half number 2, quarter number 3. It's Davis in the near side corner. Bunnell quickly goes to work. He's denied by Robertson. Gets it back out to Youngsa. Second chance here for the Ravens. Hopkins looking for space. Jeremiah Upshur all over him. And the whistle sounds and a foul going to go against Ewing. It'll stay with Robbinsville. Side inbound coming with Youngsa.
That's another thing that Ewing's got to do, too. On that block shot there by Bunnell, they really have to do the double teams. It's got to be when he's going in for his shot. They can't get it as soon as he gives them the ball.
Steal from Thomas. Run out to Trailer. Back and forth they go, and it's Thomas for 2.
And that's just the chemistry that those two had. They've been in this backcourt together for years. They know exactly where they're going to be.
Butler in the corner. Trying to get some space there on Cannon, not much of it. Kick out from Bunnell to Davis. Corner, Youngsa, a 3. He got it.
Just like I said right before we got into the half here, they got some snipers over there on the Ravens.
Youngsa, his first field goal of the night. He's got 4. Ravens back into their zone. Thomas, a healthy 3. With an answer.
Just like the first half, tip for tap, back and forth here.
Tied at 32. Upshur applying some full court pressure. Bunnell, the kick out. Youngsa thought about another one. Thomas all over him. Back into Bunnell. Denied again. Robertson affected that one. Here's Thomas. Into the middle, Wu looking down low for Robertson, but the Ravens had that one snuffed out.
It was almost a really good pass down low there.
Bunnell, baseline drive, looking for Butler on the other side. The pass too strong. It heads back Ewing's way.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he even saw Butler cutting back door there. It looked like he just assumed he kind of stayed there in the corner and then launched it all the way over there.
Under 6 here in the third quarter. Tied at 32. Upshur. Trailer in the high post. Pops out to the top of the key. Upshur thought about it. Robertson on the low block. Works it out of the corner. Thomas, his corner 3 on the way. Karam's off the wire above the backboard. And possession goes back with Robbinsville. Good look that time for Thomas.
Yeah, those are the shots that Ewing has to convert there. And Thomas is a very consistent shooter. I'm sure if he gets a look like that again, it'll go down. But again, it just kind of shows how out of the rhythm Ewing is right now.
Davis has it stripped. Cannon was looking up ahead, but Hopkins comes up with it. Bunnell pumps, drives, reverses, but can't finish. Davis marking Thomas. Trailer met with a double team. Seems like the philosophy to go here for Robbinsville against Trailer. He's met with 2. Robertson, the find from Cannon, and he cashes in.
No fear down low there against the big body. What a big layup there for Robertson.
Youngsa, down low feed. Bunnell has it stripped. Cannon pushing. Hit by Hopkins, and the foul is called.
It was an unbelievable effort by Wu down low on the block there just to rip it out of Tyler Bunnell's hands.
Caber comes in, Hopkins will come out. Ewing with some substitutions of their own. Wu gets a breather, and Michael Upshur checks in for him. 4:30 and counting in the third quarter. Blue Devils in front by a pair. Thomas Had thoughts of a healthy three, works it back around to Upshur. Trailer, baseline drive, strong take, gets hit, and the whistle sounds. He'll go shoot two at the line.
Butler is beside himself, getting another whistle here. That's his third.
It's a big foul call against Butler. Looks like McAvoy's going to come in to take his place as he's into foul trouble. Hyundai of Trenton, a proud sponsor of tonight's contest. Over 1,400 tariff-free cars at 1655 North Olin Avenue. Hyundai of Trenton, proud to sponsor tonight's game on WBCB. The 8th point of the night there for Terrence Traylor as he hits on the first of two. And able to bury both there at the line. It's a 4-point lead for Ewing. That's their largest. Davis and Caber breaking the press. Full court zone pressure from Ewing. Wandish and Wacko's making noise. Into the middle, Bunnell with trouble. Tips it out to Youngsa and a turnover forced.
That zone look is really coming to give Robbinsville some real issues here. They're having a hard time getting any open looks now.
Sean Robertson gave Bunnell and Butler fits in the first meeting back in December. Did so in that defensive sequence there for Ewing. 3:51 to go in the third, and the Ravens take a timeout, trailing by 4. 36-32 the score. And really, this defense from Ewing, that was impressive. There was nothing there for Robbinsville.
Yeah, and it's been like that for the last couple of possessions. Ewing is trying to pull away here, and if they continue to play like this, they really just might.
Possession with Ewing. Pass is rolled into Traylor, directing traffic. Motions Upshur to the other side. Both the Upshur brothers into the game, Jeremiah and Michael. Here's Jeremiah. Over to Michael. Tees one up. Connects.
Well, that's got to be nice, getting an assist from your brother there. That's got to be a cool feeling.
Michael Upshur's first points of the night. The lead is now 7 for Ewing. Zone defense paying off of late. Youngsa can't get it to go, and a rebound from Thomas. Overload, the play call barked out from the bench.
Looks like they're trying to get it together here.
Dump it down to Traylor in the corner. Pumps on Caber. Was ready to put on the works and lost his dribble out of bounds.
There's Coach Wyatt giving a little dance after those dribble moves right here.
Davis working into Upshur. Strong left-handed dribble, draws the whistle. It'll be on the floor. Foul will be against Jeremiah Upshur.
The stifling defense just continuing to be a problem here for Robbinsville on the offensive side of things. It was coming a bit easier for them beforehand, but once like you said, you ain't got into that zone, it's been all Blue Devils since.
Timeout down on the floor. We'll step aside on WBCB. You're watching the CVC Boys Tournament Quarterfinals on the WBCB Sports Network.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org.
The Blue Devils creating some space on the scoreboard and in the half court. Their offense clicking to start quarter number 3. And the Ravens trying to get a response here. Another timeout taken in the half.
And this game is still, like, don't let the score fool you. It really could be anybody's game. Ewing's on a really good run right now, but don't sleep on the Ravens. They could really turn this around and tie it right back up.
Bunnell to Youngsa. They work it back around. Here's Bunnell. Turnaround in the low post. Won't roll for him. Second chance. Has it blocked. And it's last touch by Chris Thomas. It'll stay with Robbinsville. 2:30 to go here in the third.
Another thing that they've done is they've done a fantastic job of keeping Bunnell off of the scoreboard here. It's kind of like how they've been doubling him on his shots. That's what they need to do.
Davis left alone. He buries it.
If they're doing such a good job on Bunnell, it's got to be next man up, and it looks like it might just be Jackson Davis.
6 points in the quarter for the Ravens, all coming from beyond the arc. Trailer working on Caber. Kick out. Upshur pumps, steps in, buries it. Jeremiah Upshur, a collected 16-foot jumper. Back in front by 6 are the Blue Devils. Extensive zone pressure from Ewing. Davis from the elbow, knifes inside. Thomas sends it back. Pulls it away. Here's Trailer. Working inside. Trailer stripped by Caber. McAvoy lays into.
A composed layup, that's exactly what you needed. The only thing is look for the contact, and he really didn't even get any.
McAvoy matching his number, he's got 5. It's back to a 4-point game. Pass into the corner for Trailer, and it goes out of play as the two can't get on the same page. A turnover back for Robbinsville.
And again, a rare miscue from those two there. Trailer wanted him out a little further. Chris thought he had position in the post.
Ravens down by 4. Caber hounded by Upshur. He finds Bunnell. Spin move. Blows by Robertson. Could have argued a chance at one more at the line, but the whistle stays silent.
That seems to be a theme, but you can only keep Bunnell quiet for so long.
First point to the second half. He's up to 17. Back to a 2-point game. Michael Upshur, strong off the heel. Rebound by Bunnell. Pushing it himself. Whistle sounds. It'll be on the floor.
Yeah, I don't think Bunnell has been happy with the effort of the Ravens here, and even his own effort probably, and he's definitely trying to lock back in. He almost destroyed his own teammate trying to get that rebound there. Nothing was stopping him from getting to the paint on that possession.
Wu Cannon comes back in for Ewing. Along with Josiah Andino, Chris Thomas gets a breather. Jax Caber. Gets it back over to Davis. Under 15. Ravens gonna play for the last shot. McAvoy and Caber. Davis, parking lot 3, off the front of the rim. McAvoy's follow won't go, and the final seconds tick off in quarter number 3. It's a 2-point game, 3 quarters in the books. Ewing up by a field goal. 1 quarter remains, a trip to the CVC tournament semis on the line. Don't go anywhere. You're watching high school basketball on WBCB.
There really is nothing like a home team advantage. That's why Team Toyota makes a great choice for your next vehicle purchase or service. With our MVP pricing guarantee, teammate rewards program, and streamlined customer experience, our award-winning operation ensures that you can trust our process. A home team advantage is nothing without the community. Our employees are part of our family, part of your town, and we're all part of the team. We're always here for you at one of our 3 locations in Princeton, Langhorne, and Glen Mills.
Today's game is brought to you by the Mercer County Prosecutor's Office. Visit www.mercercountyprosecutor.com to learn more today. And the Trenton Thunder, proud to sponsor the CVC tournament on WBCB. Visit trentonthunder.com/tickets to learn more. On to the fourth, a 2-point game. Ewing in front by a deuce.
I really think that this first possession going into the fourth quarter may dictate the rest of this game here. Robbinsville's got to be aggressive, but they can't afford any mistakes here.
Trailer met with a double. He walked.
And there it is. That's exactly what Robbinsville needed. Quick turnover. Now they got a chance to tie or take the lead.
Ravens ramping up their defensive pressure, and it's paying off. Here's Davis. Into Bunnell. Strong power dribble. The left hand, left short. Cannon comes away with it. Thomas controlling for Ewing. Hanging on to that 2-point lead. Backdoor cut. Trailer finishes, and the foul.
Goodness gracious, Terrence Trailer. He is unbelievable when he's getting into the basket like that. Baseline, wing cuts, doesn't matter. He's almost unstoppable.
Lead back to 4 for Ewing. Trailer at the line for another. He buries it.
That was easily the toughest bucket of the night and possibly the biggest section right now of the game.
Trailer comes up with a steal. Up ahead to Thomas. Takes contact, and the whistle sounds.
I would have been fine with no whistle on that one, honestly. Jackson Davis got he got up there and sent it back down, but it was just too much contact with that lower body.
Here's Thomas at the line. Hits on the first. Haldeman Ford celebrating their 50th year of business, proud to sponsor the CVC tournament on WBCB. Don't forget, coming up after this one, Game 2 of our doubleheader. The Ewing girls taking on the Hopewell Valley Lady Bulldogs. Thomas now pushing the lead up to 7. Davis clears the timeline, met with a double. High post McAvoy. Stolen! Thomas has it stripped from behind. Davis affected the shot. It's last touched by Ewing. Somehow, some way.
Wait, seriously? They said that was touched by Ewing?
Looked like it was blocked pretty clearly from behind by Davis. I guess it must have hit off of the head of Thomas.
It had to have. I'm not sure exactly how else it could have gone there.
Here's Bunnell, doubled, out to Davis. Thomas on him. Bunnell tees up a 3, won't go. Trailer skies in for the board. Ewing by 7. Trailer, Thomas. No good. Bunnell looking for a rebound, but Robertson pokes it free. Second chance for Ewing.
Yeah, Ewing can absolutely slow this down now. They're in total control of this.
Trailer, two-man action with Robertson. Out to Upshur. Scoop shot off the window and in.
That one was pretty. What a layup there. Jeremiah Upshur.
6 for Upshur. The lead to 9. Ewing pouring it on to start the fourth. Hopkins finds Youngsa, affected by Trailer. And it's out of bounds off of Ewing.
Yeah, Robertson was on the deck getting that ball as soon as it hit the ground, but it just went out of bounds as he was diving for it.
Hopkins, Youngsa left alone, won't go. Butler last to touch it. It'll head Ewing's way.
Yeah, that was a pretty clean rebound there for Butler, but it just slipped right off of his fingers.
Trailer with a crossover on Hopkins.
It's a beautiful crossover. My goodness.
Hopkins picks his pocket. Run out. Left hand, left short. And it's off of the Ravens.
I mean, yeah, great defensive effort, Gavin Hopkins, but you have to convert those fast break layups. You're down by 9. That's a bucket that needs to go in.
Trailer fouled by Hopkins.
And I think there was a timeout.
Ewing's going to take a timeout. 48-39. A 9-point lead for Ewing, their largest lead, continuing to grow of late as this Ravens offense has had no answers so far from the extensive zone coverage for Ewing. And again, a clean look from Youngsa, just unable to knock it down in the corner there. They're getting some looks and just not converting.
Yeah, and it goes to the overall play of Ewing's defense. They're getting out, closing out, hands on every ball, even when they're just going for a shot. It's been great fourth quarter execution.
Coming to Hamilton Township, the original DiLorenzo's The Berg Pizza. Third-generation family member Tyler DiLorenzo's brings back the family recipes his great-grandfather created in 1938 when they started their tomato pie. Soon to be located at 147 Sloan Avenue in Hamilton Township.
That was weird. The scoreboards went off for a second. We don't need any technical difficulties during CVC tournament time, Mike.
No. 5:20 to go. Ewing controlling by 9. Plenty of time left for the Ravens to get back into this one.
And we've seen so far that this game has really just been about runs. Ewing's had the most recent couple of runs here. That's why they have the lead that they have. But Robbinsville almost started this game out on a run here. They had Ewing down by 8 opening up this game.
Thomas floats it into the backcourt. This is Trailer. Hopkins all the way out on him. Trying to force a double team. Run out. Bunnell stripped by Trailer. Gets it back. Blocked by Robertson. Upshur to Wu. Doubled. Now Trailer down to Robertson. Youngsa gets a hand on that one to send it back. Last touch by Robbinsville. It's going to stay with Ewing, another questionable one.
It looked like Hopkins was going for the ball there, and he put his hands up like, no, I didn't, but I guess the ref saw it differently.
Thomas looking for Trailer, stolen. Youngsa with it. Here's Butler finding Bunnell, can't haul it in cleanly, and Robertson bats it away out of bounds.
That was actually kind of a funny play. Robertson spiked it, and it bounced right up into Wu Cannon, and then it went out of bounds there.
Bunnell working around Youngsa, backdoor cut. Trailer gets a hand on it, still free. It's Upshur who comes up with it. Trailer with a crossover, elevates, takes contact. The whistle sounds, they'll head to the line.
That's a heavy, heavy contact foul there. It looks like he's okay, thank goodness, but that's a hard one to take there.
Into the thick of the defense goes Trailer. Absorbed a lot of the contact, but hit the hardwood fairly hard.
I think the best thing about that was that he did land on his feet first, and then he slipped after that one. If he had just hit like straight on his backside, that might be a problem.
Ewing Mayor Bert Steinman proud to sponsor tonight's contest on WBCB, wishing all the Ewing student athletes the best of luck this school term. Two for two at the line for Terrence Trailer. Now up to 14 for Trailer. Bunnell forces it out to Hopkins. Now Davis. Step back. Count it!
Wow, what a move, Jackson Davis. Goodness gracious, he's a freshman?
He's going to the line for another as he absorbs contact from the Ewing defender. Kaber enters for Robbinsville.
Fouls on Jeremiah. Sorry about that, but fouls on Jeremiah Upshur. That was just a great overall play there. Jackson Davis, goodness.
Davis unable to convert the and one opportunity. Bunnell comes up with a rebound and draws a foul against Sean Robertson.
It looked like he may have been trying to force the issue with the jump ball, but he grabbed Bunnell's wrist instead.
Beautiful pass. It's Liam Butler cashing in too. The second points, second field goal of this quarter, I'm trying to say.
We haven't seen much of Butler. He's been in foul trouble.
Trailer, step back, won't fall. Davis with a rebound. Into the corner. Bunnell. And a whistle comes in. It's Jeremiah Upshur again getting tapped with the foul.
It seems like when we think the whistle should be blown, nothing happens. But when they should keep on playing, that's when the whistles come in.
Jeremiah comes out for Ewing. Kaber on the inbound for the Ravens. Finds Butler. A power dribble. Can't get it to go inside. It's going to stay with Robbinsville underneath.
Sean Robertson has to have at least 4 or 5 blocks this game. He has been a monster protecting the paint.
Davis steps in, pull up, off the iron. Rebound by Bunnell. Doubled in the corner. And a timeout called by Connor Hayes with 3:28 left to go in this fourth quarter. Ewing leading by 7, 50-43 here in the fourth quarter. A trip to the CVC tournament semis on the line.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township.
Here in the fourth quarter, a 7-point advantage. Ewing on top. The 3-seed Blue Devils trying to hold on for the final 3:28. Looking for a berth to the CVC tournament semis for the second straight year. Trailer out on Kaber. Corner, Davis. And Dino with the pressure. Butler spinning. Puts it up. Can't get it to go. Young's a second chance. Save into Bunnell. Davis out to Kaber. Butler looking for Davis, nearly stolen by Trailer. Butler pumps, drives, he's fouled as he looks to kick. Josiah Stevenson back into the game for the first time in quite some time.
Yeah, and then immediately picks up a foul for his troubles. That's just an unfortunate first couple seconds for him.
Inbound goes in. It's Butler. Takes contact, and the whistle comes in late. Seemed like the right whistle, though.
It did.
Shoot two.
The Robbinsville fans almost jumped out of the bleachers there waiting on that whistle.
Butler good on the first. Dylan McAvoy coming back in for the Ravens.
And as soon as he comes in, Jeremiah Stevenson's taking another breather.
Butler can't convert. Bunnell, the follow, drops in 2. First points of the fourth quarter for Bunnell. He's got 19. Davis going for the steal, picks up the whistle instead.
The reaching is really just going to get Robbinsville in trouble if they're not more patient with it, because they're already in the bonus here, actually.
Yep.
So that was the point I was going to make.
Sending Chris Thomas back to the line. He's 2 for 2 so far tonight.
What do we got going on here? Oh, yeah, they were checking for foul trouble. Whoever had the foul there only has 4 fouls. They thought he fouled out of the game.
They're saying that's the 4th team foul, so it's staying on the floor, no shooting.
Oh, there we go. Okay. Now it makes sense. So I guess I can go back to the point. One more foul, and they're in the bonus.
Inbound comes in front of the Ravens bench. Here's Traylor. Jeremiah Upshur back in. And the foul called on Dylan McAvoy. That now is the 5th team foul against Robbinsville. And it sends Upshur to the line.
I guess he wanted to make sure they did really have 5. Because as soon as they get it cleared out, another quick whistle, and now Ewing's at the line when Robbinsville really doesn't need them there.
Pure on the first. Stevenson re-enters. Upshur, perfect. 4 in the quarter, 6 on the night. The lead back to 6 for Ewing. Pass stolen, it's Traylor. Poked free, scrum on the deck. Bunnell and Traylor tied up. Possession is going to be with Robbinsville.
That's a fortunate break for him, too. They need to get something going. They only got 2:22 to do it. It is a lot of time, but they need to get it going now.
Corner pass, Butler skips it out to Youngsa. Hopkins re-enters for the Ravens. Here's Davis, healthy 3, no good. Out of bounds, last touch by Robbinsville. Stevenson comes back out, and now Josiah Andino comes back in.
It looked like he was the one that got that rebound and then got it tipped away from him.
Thomas clearing the timeline. Looking down low to Robertson, able to haul it in. And a timeout is taken, 1:57 to play. A 2-possession game in favor of the Ewing Blue Devils, who will go on to the CVC tournament semis. 1:57 remains here from Ewing High School.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org.
A 6-point advantage with 1:57 to go. Still in reach here for the Ravens. They got to get that spacing going. First, it starts with a stop on defense, but they need some more spacing offensively to get some buckets to fall for them.
Yeah, Ewing's done a really great job of collapsing on every pass thrown, but that doesn't mean that Robbinsville needs to stop. They need more movement on the offensive side of things.
Traylor works it over to Andino, and the whistle comes in. They're going to call a push at midcourt. It'll go against McAvoy.
That's a fortunate whistle going the way of the Blue Devils there. It was a little too far away for me to see exactly what had happened there, but now they're back at the line extending this lead.
Thomas cannot hit on the first. First miss of the line for him. Or excuse me, Andino can't hit at on the first. Empty on a pair that time is Andino.
Could be big.
Butler on the drive. Out to Davis, left alone. His three, it's good. It's a 3-point game.
If Ewing, I'm sorry, Mike, but if Ewing keeps it clean here, they could really hold it for this last minute 20.
Now Thomas over to Trailer. Whistle blows. So there's some discrepancy. Not sure what that.
Yeah, I mean, Andino's coming out.
Yeah, substitution coming in. What is happening? What is going on?
Like, did he not check in or something?
I don't. He was on the floor. He missed both free throws. They wanted to get a substitution in at some point. I don't know. I don't understand how you stop the game without a timeout.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time comprehending what's going on here, Mike. I feel like we usually have an idea, but I can't even think of one.
Yeah.
The ref drills a layup at the other end.
Yeah, just fixing the net there. I don't know what is happening. I wish I had more clarity for our viewers and listeners back at home. Unfortunately, we do not. The refs decided to stop the game with 1:04 to go, and now an inbound is coming as Thomas gets it into Trailer. Now Upshur, doubled. And a timeout now is taken by Ewing. 58.4 left in regulation. Ewing holding on to a 3-point lead. The Ravens trying to ramp up this defensive pressure and force a turnover. Plenty of ball left in this one. It all starts with one stop here for the Ravens. For Ewing, how do they break this defensive pressure?
They just have to trust their passes. They got to be crisp passes, and they can't rush anything here. Yeah, you got to get it over half court in X amount of time, but they genuinely just need to take their time here. They could dribble out the clock. Robbinsville will likely foul if they do that, but it just depends on who has the ball in their hand. Probably Thomas or Trailer.
Blue Devils holding on to this 3-point lead. Robbinsville implementing that half-court trap as soon as they get the ball in. We'll see if Connor Hayes goes back to that same set or if both teams come out with new looks to try to counteract one another.
I'd like to assume that Robbinsville stays in that half-court press because they made Ewing burn a timeout, so.
Inbounds into Robertson, and an immediate whistle. Bunnell goes right to him. Send Robertson to the line.
I guess the strategy is the long game here for the Ravens.
Both teams in the bonus for the remaining 57 seconds now that was put back on the clock. Robertson cannot get the first one to roll in. Youngsa comes back in for McAvoy. Still at a 3-point game. Robertson buries the second. Splits a pair and makes it a 2-possession game.
Now Now, Robbinsville, they don't need a 3 here. It just needs to be quick.
Hopkins up ahead, Bunnell. Youngsa tees up a 3. He buries it. It's a 1-point game.
They're not fouling here. I don't know if it's because Traylor has the ball or what, but they're just not fouling.
Thomas works it over to Traylor. Now Robertson. They get the foul on Robertson. 53-52, 29.1 on the clock officially. Sean Robertson back at the line. The senior big man has been in this program all 4 years. The first rattles out. Second shot from Robertson won't go. Youngsa pries it free. Hopkins has it. The Ravens get a timeout and a chance to take the lead. 26.5 left in regulation, and Robbinsville down by 1 has the rock.
They got to be drawing up a last shot right here. You can't let Ewing get the ball back after this possession. Now the thing is, do you go for the 3 to make it so that Ewing has to tie it, or do you just take the quick 2? That's what they're trying to discuss here right now, and I'm sure Coach Hayes is going to come up with something, but what an ending we are in store for here, Mike.
It's been a fun one so far, to say the least. The 3 seed Blue Devils, the 6 seed Ravens, a trip to the CVC tournament semifinals. On the line, Connor Hayes and his squad coming out of the timeout. Distance of the floor in front of them as they will inbound from the baseline. The Ewing girls team waiting right next to our table here in the corner of the gym as they are next to take on Hopewell Valley and the Bulldogs. Davis will inbound. It's Hopkins with control. The Ravens down by 1. They work it into the corner. Davis, Youngsa. Here's Butler. Skip pass. Davis 3. No. Poked free. Hopkins fighting for it. Gets it back. Into Bunnell. The foul is called inside. 3.8 seconds left. Tyler Bunnell will head to the line with a chance to give them the lead.
And who else do you want at the line but Tyler Bunnell, the leader of this team, with the chance to give them the lead here with these 2 free throws. This is probably the biggest free throws of his career right now.
The program's all-time leading scorer at the line. Can't get the first. Bunnell takes a step back from the stripe. The crowd mounting the pressure even higher. Bunnell buries the second, tied at 53. Prior to the inbound, a timeout called. All tied up at 53 apiece with 3.8 seconds to go. Ewing with a chance to win it.
Wow, I mean, just wow. That was an unreal last sequence there. And if you're Robbinsville, you have the perfect guy at the line, the leader, the all-time leader in Tyler Bunnell. He is able to hit one of them, but now they have to really lock up on defense here. And again, for the Blue Devils, who gets the ball?
Bunnell now with 20 points on the night. He is 4 shy from 1,500 for his career. As Ryan poses a great question, who will get the last shot here for Ewing? 3.8 to go, and remember, the timeout does not advance the ball at the high school level. Distance of the floor in front of them.
And I mean, yeah, you can get up the floor in about 3.8 seconds, but it's about getting to your spot, getting your shot off, and honestly, as much as I would like to see a buzzer beater here, I do think we're going to head into an overtime period.
3.8. Ewing with possession. Chris Thomas to inbound. Full court pressure. It's Andino. 2 seconds. 1 second. Time ticks off. Andino just didn't know how much time there was left. A timeout might have been called. We'll see if they put any time back on the clock.
Yeah, but did Ewing have any timeouts left?
It's a good question.
This could be huge. This could be a technical. Yeah, if you don't have any timeouts left, it's a technical foul. We saw it happen to all those years ago with Chris Webber at Michigan.
Let's see what is going on at the scores table. We don't know if Ewing attempted to make the timeout call. It seemed like the bench did late.
Because the whistle blew before the buzzer did, so they absolutely did get the timeout off, but it's like, did they have any? Did they really catch it?
No. No timeout. No time left on the clock. We'll jump ball at midcourt. 4 minutes are on the clock, and we are going to overtime.
I mean, now all the momentum kind of sits with Robbinsville right now after that a costly mistake play there, not getting a last shot off there. Now we're in an overtime period where Robbinsville is gassed up right now.
Momentum residing with the Ravens, all tied up at 53. 4 minutes to decide this one. Bunnell and Robertson tip it at midcourt. It's won by the Ravens. Here's Hopkins. Extensive zone. Into the corner. Davis, runner, off the front of the iron. Bunnell trying to track down an offensive board. He does. And a foul comes in. It's going to be against Sean Robertson.
He took out Bunnell there when he was going to get the ball, when he was trying to run after him here, and now he's at the line yet again. That's the 4th foul on Robertson, too.
Bunnell cashes in on the first. .336 left in overtime. Bunnell good on the first. Second shot on the way. Rims out. Wu Cannon in for the board. And Ewing corrals possession. This is Thomas. Ravens in a matchup zone looking for a trap around midcourt. Wu Cannon, 9 first quarter points. Since then, held scoreless. Michael Upshur in the corner. Back to Wu. Working around. Ewing keeping it around the perimeter. Ravens in front by 1. No clean looks yet for the Blue Devils. Ewing. Around the perimeter they go. Trailer over to Thomas. Backdoor cut, it's Upshur to Robertson. Trailer driving, Kicking, Thomas buries it!
Now that is not settling for a shot. That is Spurs ball movement there. What ball movement and what a shot.
Thomas gives Ewing the lead by 2. Butler, baseline drive, finds Bunnell, cashes in 2 more. All tied up yet again, this time at 56. Cannon spins it into Robertson, back out to Thomas. Pass stolen, Butler the run out, reverses and hits.
Wow, what a defensive possession there.
Other end, Trailer gets the whistle, and he's gonna head to the line, but he's in a bit of pain.
He grabbed his knee there for a second, his right knee it was. Or his calf actually he's grabbing at.
Trailer down on the floor with an injury. We'll take a timeout, 1:19 in overtime. Trailer heading to the line to shoot a pair. Injury timeout on the floor.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology offers top-of-the-line medical-grade skincare products manufactured in the USA. They're tested and developed by a team of board-certified dermatology experts, and they come with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
Terrence Trailer has been removed from this game with an injury. He will not shoot these free throws. It's J.J. Carter at the line. He cannot hit on the first.
This could really be a big one here because you want Trailer taking those free throws here. Is that really going to be the game changer here for the Ravens?
Carter splits a pair. First point of the night for J.J. Carter. Trailer comes back in.
Now what are we talking about here? They're just not.
Yeah, they're not letting Trailer come back into this game.
I'm so confused right now. Like, yeah, he's hurt,
I guess
but
they didn't say that he got checked out long enough. I'm not sure. Didn't let him back in. They let Josiah Andino come back in, and Robbinsville's arguing that they should have J.J. Carter be the one to have to go back into the game since he took the free throw. But nonetheless, action resumes. A 1-point game in Robbinsville's favor. Hopkins trying to clear the timeline, does so with Davis. Needs help. Whistle sounds, he double dribbled. Turnover back to Ewing, who's down by 1.
All right, now it looks like Trailer's allowed to play.
Trailer back in. With possession, Ewing down by 1. Trailer knifing inside. Goes through the trees, can't finish. Ball's loose. Last touched by Ewing.
Wow, I'm speechless at this point, Mike. That was unbelievable.
54.7. Ravens with it. Here's Bunnell. Hopkins. Ravens just able to clear the timeline. The timeout, I think, came in first. They'll still be in the backcourt when they have to inbound this basketball with 45 seconds to go. It's a 1-point advantage still for Robbinsville. They have possession. Don't forget, you miss any of today's action, read all about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian, the only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week. It's the Trentonian. Well, Ryan, I tell you to hold on to your seat, but unfortunately you don't have one at the moment. But we are coming in for a landing. This back and forth seesaw affair, it's been a fun one. Tough to believe that this is just a quarterfinal matchup here in the CVC tournament, and it's just even more proof that this tournament should have been expanded to the full bracket that it returned to the last couple of years, so many years ago while it was still the Mercer County tournament. But this is what you get, great games like this one here in the quarterfinal round. Two schools, crosstown rivals, familiar foes duking it out here on WBCB. A trip to the CVC semis on the line in a 1-point affair. Robbinsville up by 1 with possession. Inbound in their own backcourt. Youngsa gets it in, it's Hopkins. Hopkins gets it over to Davis. He's doubled. Corner Bunnell out to Hopkins. They'll move it around. Ravens trying to keep possession and work as much time as they can. Butler doubled, gets it to Hopkins cleanly. Youngsa in the corner. Down low Bunnell. Reverse lay-in. Tyler Bunnell taking over overtime. Oh! Blocked by Davis! Upshur was left alone for 3, but the freshman sends it back with all 5 fingers. Whistle sounds and a timeout taken.
What an unbelievable closeout there. Jackson Davis has locked in for this overtime period. He is going to do anything possible to not let Robbinsville lose this one. He's been unbelievable in this period.
The Ravens using a late fourth quarter push to fuel them into this overtime period. Tyler Bunnell leading the way. The defensive charge is what should be talked about a lot down the stretch in this one. They have locked it down when they've needed to the most. And that extensive zone pressure from Ewing, which was once a problem, doesn't seem to be so wary anymore.
Yeah, Robbinsville just figured it out. They came in and they got into their game plan. They had to have been planning for this since that last game that we saw earlier this season. They knew that they were going to run into him again, and they knew that when they got to him again, they were not going to let what happened last time happen again. They cleaned it up in the paint. They've absolutely cleaned it up from behind the arc here. They've done phenomenal. They've turned that last game and made it a fluke. Regardless of how this turns out for them, if it's a win, loss, anything, last game showed that they're a lot better than that.
It's a 3-point lead in favor of Robbinsville. The 6-seed Ravens in hostile territory here at the home of the Blue Devils, trying to pull off this upset in the CVC tournament quarterfinals. The defending champs from a season ago on the ropes, the Ewing Blue Devils. 10 seconds remain, down by 3 in overtime. Andino floats it out. Here's Trailer. Trailer, step back 3, forced it. It goes out of bounds and heads back with Robbinsville.
And the Trailer he forced that. He stepped back, and he had a couple of guys. He had 2 guys on him, but, I mean, if anyone is going to take the last shot, it should be Terrence Trailer, but not with 2 guys on you.
Youngsa will inbound. 4.4 to go. It's Bunnell. He's fouled. 2.7 on the clock. Tyler Bunnell surpassing 1,500 career points here in this one. The program's all-time leading scorer continues to further cement himself into the history books.
He's just cementing his legacy in Robbinsville in stone at this point now. His name's going to be in the rafters for a long, time. I'm not sure how often you get jersey retirements in high school, but they might do it with his 12.
Oh, 100%. Bunnell off on the first.
If he misses here, there's still a chance for the Blue Devils.
2.7 on the clock. Bunnell with 25 in this contest. Make it 26. A 4-point game. Trailer scoops, launches, and that'll do it. The Ravens come back and knock off the defending champs of the CVC tournament. Robbinsville on to the semis as they knock off Ewing 61-57.
Well, that was just an unreal effort on behalf of the Ravens. They were down. They didn't give up. They kept going. There is no quit in these Ravens. They earned every bit of this win. I'm beyond impressed by them with this one.
The WBCB Sports Player of the Game is next.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township.
Back here at Ewing with our WBCB Sports Player of the Game, Tyler Bunnell. Tyler, first and foremost, congratulations on the win, but congratulations on surpassing 1,500 career points. You had a 26-point performance here tonight. When you hear that, what goes through your mind?
Honestly, I didn't even think about – some games I'm thinking about my scoring, but this game I wasn't thinking about. I was thinking about playing hard. Every single possession, you know, I don't care if it was me scoring. We just got to get stops and we got to get buckets.
Your senior year here, you guys know what was left on the table last year. Earlier this season, you faced a Ewing team very early in this season. A sloppy performance from you guys. You cleaned it up today. What was the difference between this game and the first time you saw Ewing?
Our mindset. I mean, our coaches had us so prepared for this game. I mean, like, we've been working all season. We knew we were going to get revenge, and we knew we were going to face Ewing again, and we hope next Wednesday we're going to get revenge too.
So you guys advance to the semis. You're on to the next round. A big win. You knock off the defending tournament champions. Take us through some of the final moments here in overtime. You with a couple of big free throws down the stretch, but you've had a freshman this season. You've played along for the majority this entire year in Jackson Davis. He comes up with a big-time block down here in that corner. What goes through your mind when you see somebody like that do that?
Yeah, we know he's skilled. Coming in the summer, we knew he was going to be one of our top guys, one of our energy players, one of our athletic players, and we knew he was going to make big plays in big spots. And when I was missing some big free throws, he hit a big three, so did Connor Youngster. And we knew on defense we were going to have to turn up the intensity. Ewing's a great team, and we knew we had to play harder to get the win.
Well, Tyler, congratulations on the victory tonight. 26 points and a W for you guys. On to the CVC semis. We'll see you next week on Wednesday here on WBCB. Thanks for taking the time.
Awesome, thank you.
Tyler Bunnell, our WBCB Sports Player of the Game. We'll be back to thank our sponsors here from Ewing in just a minute.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org.
61-57 the final score as the Robbinsville Ravens knock off the defending CVC tournament champions. Tyler Bunnell, our WBCB Sports Player of the Game, a 26-point performance. He now has 15,002 points for his career in a Ravens uniform. I want to thank all of our sponsors who made tonight's broadcast possible: the New Jersey Education Association, Kessel Dermatology, the Capital Health System, Team Toyota, the Revere Restaurant, Mayor Bert Steinman of Ewing Township, the Mercer County Prosecutor's Office, the Trenton Thunder, Hyundai of Trenton, DiLorenzo's The Berg Pizza, Haldeman Ford, the Trentonian, Mako of Ewing, all proud to bring you tonight's game on WBCB. For the crew, Ryan Baxter did our color commentary and our camera work tonight. Colin Sommer produced tonight's stream. My name is Mike Warren. One final time here from Ewing High School. The Ravens come in and pull off the upset over the defending CVC tournament champs, the Ewing Blue Devils, by a final of 61-57. Don't go anywhere. In just a little bit, game 2 of 2 here from Ewing High School as the Ewing girls face off against the Hopewell Valley Lady Bulldogs. Coming up next on WBCB.